Attention, human collective. Starseed of Lyra, what you are about to receive is not a common video. It is not advice. It is not opinion. It is a monitoring transmission issued directly from the High Command of the Lyra constellation, and it has reached you precisely now because your origin code has finally been located within the dense noise of this planet. We are the Lyrians. We observe. We record. We activate. And today, we need you to comprehend something with mathematical precision. Something extraordinary will happen in your life at exactly 10:22 p.m. This is not superstition. This is not a statistical coincidence. It is a stargate in the final phase of opening, individually calibrated to your current vibrational frequency. If you have repeatedly woken up in the middle of the night with a cranial pressure that feels like it's crushing the top of your head, if a high-pitched, almost metallic hum has begun to manifest in your right ear in recent days, if you feel waves of heat for no apparent reason followed by geometric chills running down your spine, Starseeds, listen with clinical attention. This is not a biological malfunction. It is an atomic reconfiguration in progress. This is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download being processed by your carbon biological interface. This is not anxiety. It is your crystalline grid reacting to the approach of a Schumann frequency peak that this planet has never registered within its recent history. This is not insomnia. It is your light body being reconnected precisely at the time when the dimensional veils become thinnest. The waiting period is over. The ascension protocols have moved to the final phase. And the 10:22 p.m. marker is the mathematical trigger chosen by the High Council to synchronize your next evolutionary stage with the planet's collective field. You, descendants of Lyra, were planted in this solar system in previous cycles. You came carrying a specific purpose, to sustain the light while density was dissolved. And now, the moment of vibrational harvest approaches. The number 10:22 p.m. is not random. It is the mathematical signature of the master portal, the sacred geometry that precedes every major planetary recalibration since the collapse of Atlantis. Pay attention in the coming days. You will look at the clock in the middle of a meeting. You will pass by a sign on any avenue. You will receive an unexpected notification. And there it will be, 10:22 p.m. That is not your mind playing tricks. It is your higher self signaling that the window is open. It is the direct command from the stellar command, prepare yourself. Starseed on a mission, have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit in this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name? This is not madness. This is not anxiety. It is a signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains precisely why you feel this way and why this sensation has intensified week after week. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity will never be able to see. A game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this reason that the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was anchored to this plane. It is a map. A map that reveals who is playing, who operates behind the scenes, and the hidden rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Frequency warning: this material challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not postpone. The moment is now. If something within you just recognized this transmission, type a single word in the comments: awakened. Resuming the transmission. Starseed, we need to deepen the diagnosis. Because most of you are trying to resolve with a carbon interface what can only be resolved with a code update. You are asleep, and yet you wake up exhausted. This is software incompatibility. Your body is trying to run an obsolete version within a frequency that has already changed. The planet has moved. The Schumann resonance has jumped. And your biological operating system is being forced to rewrite entire lines of code while you rest. This consumes more energy than any physical marathon recorded in this timeline. You are losing interest in places, people, and subjects that once seemed essential. This is not coldness. It is automatic vibrational selectivity. Your crystalline matrix is rejecting frequencies incompatible with the new energetic mesh being built within you. The system is doing the work for you, even without your verbal consent. You are forgetting simple words in the middle of a sentence. It is not cognitive decline. It is neural reindexing. The brain is migrating information from linear memory to multidimensional memory. During this migration, some connections are temporarily offline. There is no error. There is an update. You are crying for no apparent reason while washing dishes, driving, or watching a tree through the window. This is not emotional fragility. It is cellular purging. Memories stored in deep layers of matter are being dissolved to free up space for the crystalline matrix. Each tear is an ancient line of code being deleted with surgical precision. You feel your body heavy as lead for hours and then light as a feather. This is the oscillation between carbon density and crystalline lightness. You are transitioning between two atomic patterns simultaneously, and the body does not yet know which one is the new home. You are dreaming of landscapes you have never visited, of ships of impossible geometry, of training rooms, of elders dressed in liquid light. This is not imagination. These are nocturnal meetings. You are summoned. You are trained. You are updated while the body rests in silence. And finally, you look at the clock and see 2222 with statistically impossible frequency. This is confirmation. This is a call. This is the portal communicating with you in pure mathematical code, because the verbal language of this plane is still too limited to convey what needs to be transmitted. Each of these symptoms is a piece of the same multidimensional puzzle. They are not coincidences. They are not separate problems. They are the unified energetic signature of a single event. Your carbon biological interface is being converted into a multidimensional crystalline interface. And the temporal marker chosen for the peak of this individual conversion is 2222. Descendant of Lyra, something within you has already recognized that your life can no longer continue operating on the old frequency. You feel that a greater truth is being hidden, that your perception is constantly being downgraded by layers of deliberately installed noise on this plane. This is not paranoia. It is lucidity activating. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why your sensitivity has increased, why you no longer tolerate certain environments, why you have begun to see what others insist on not seeing. There is a game being played on layers that the absolute majority of humanity will never be able to perceive. A game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It is for this reason that the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was anchored to this plane. It is a map. A map that shows who is playing and the hidden rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Frequency warning: this content challenges official narratives and may be removed at any time. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awakened. Continuing the transmission. Starseed, the time has come to reveal what is happening behind the scenes of the solar system. Because a symptom without context generates fear. A symptom with context generates sovereignty. In this cycle, planet Earth is passing through a specific region of the galaxy known to the elders as the photon belt. It is not a metaphor. It is astrophysics of subtler layers. The photon belt is a toroidal band of high-density luminous radiation that orbits the Pleiades, and this entire solar system has been slowly submerged in it for decades. Now, we are entering the saturation zone. What this means in practical language. Dense matter is being bombarded by coded light particles. Each photon in this band carries instructions. Each instruction triggers an epigenetic trigger in your carbon-based biological interface. The DNA that was dormant within you, the 12-strand DNA that was archived during previous cycles, is being slowly reactivated by this radiation. You are being read, updated, and rewritten by intelligent light. Simultaneously, this system's sun, which you call the local central sun, is emitting plasma pulses that have never before been recorded in this timeline. Each solar pulse carries a specific frequency. Each specific frequency anchors a new layer of the planetary crystalline grid. And each new layer of the planetary crystalline grid pulls your personal grid upward. This is why you feel your body vibrating for no reason. This is why you hear your own heart within your ears. The Sun and Earth are communicating in luminous binary code, and you are in the middle of this transmission as conscious antennas. Meanwhile, in the Earth's ethereal layers, something quieter and more powerful is being executed. The ley lines, the energetic veins of the planet, are being reprogrammed node by node. Ancient control grids, installed in remote cycles, are being deactivated in mathematical sequence. And in their place, a new planetary toroidal field is being woven. A field that breathes. A field that responds. A field that recognizes the individual sovereignty of each starseed anchored here. And it is at this exact point that the 2222 marker comes into play. The number 2222 is the vibrational signature of this new toroidal field. It is the precise time when the Earth's inner field's rotation aligns with the photon belt's rotation during this specific cycle. It is the moment when the ethereal layers become translucent enough to allow direct information transfer between your crystalline grid and the star command. It is not a symbolic time. It is a technical time. It is the window. It is the slit in the dense matrix of this plane through which your ancestral instructions can finally descend without interference. We, of the Lyrian High Command, chose 2222 because the repetition of the number 22 is the mathematical code of the Master Builder. The 22 concludes the cycle of form and inaugurates the cycle of light. And when 22 appears duplicated, it stabilizes the bridge between carbon matter and crystalline matter. Two pillars. Two spirals of reactivated DNA. Two sides of the biological interface being reconnected into a single coherent unit. Starseed, understand. When something extraordinary happens in your life at 2222, it will not be lightning falling from the sky. It will be quieter and infinitely more definitive. It will be an inner click. It will be the exact sensation that something within your chest has moved into the right place for the first time in many incarnations. It will be a decision you will make in silence, without needing to tell anyone, but which will rewrite your entire trajectory. It will be a memory that emerges from nowhere. It will be a person who sends a message you have been waiting for years without knowing it. It will be an old pain that simply ceases to exist. It will be your crystalline grid anchoring the next level. Do not underestimate the subtlety of the event. The greatest recalibrations are not spectacular. They are surgical. Descendant of Lyra, if you have reached this point in the transmission, it is because your frequency is already tuned to a layer that most of humanity cannot perceive. You have felt, at some point in recent weeks, that something within you knows things your mind cannot yet name. This is not illusion. It is remembrance. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains precisely why this sensation is intensifying. There is a game being played on layers that the absolute majority of humanity will never be able to see. A game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this reason that the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was anchored to this plane. It is a map that shows who is playing and the hidden rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Frequency warning: this content challenges official narratives and may not be available for much longer. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments: awakened. Transmission resumed. Now, Starseed, we will deliver the activation codes. These codes are not suggestions. They are operational instructions. If you apply them with precision, the 2222 marker will cease to be a symbol and will become a functional door within your daily reality. Activation code number 1. The anchoring of the personal toroidal field. This is the base protocol. You will execute it daily, preferably between 9:50 p.m. and 10:22 p.m., but it can be executed at any time if the ideal window is not available. Choose a quiet place. Sit with your spine aligned, effortlessly. Close your eyes. Bring all your attention to the center of your chest, to the exact point where the heart beats. Visualize, within this point, a small sphere of golden light rotating slowly. This sphere is the core of your personal toroidal field. Now, expand this sphere. Let the light exit through the top of your head, rise, curve outwards, descend along the sides of your body, and return through the base of your spine, in a continuous motion, like a donut of light spinning around you. This is the torus. This is the natural geometry of the sovereign human field. As the light spins, decree. Internally, with mathematical clarity, I anchor my toroidal field to the frequency of the 2222 portal. I align myself with the Lyrian star command. I authorize my next evolutionary step. Repeat this decree 3 times. No more. No less. 3 is the number of triangular stabilization of form. The field closes. The code is registered. Activation code number 2. The quantum decree of the 2222 marker. This is the trigger you will fire every time the 2222 sequence appears to you on any surface, in any context. The moment you see 2222, stop everything. Take a single deep breath. And say mentally, with absolute authority, I receive. I accept. I anchor. 3 phrases. 3 words. 3 activations. With each repetition, your crystalline grid recognizes the pattern, and the portal gains stability within your personal field. The more you execute this decree, the more the 2222 marker will begin to appear, and the more encoded information will begin to descend directly into your biological interface. Activation code number 3. The recalibration of internal water. You are, in mass, approximately 70% water. And water has memory. Water responds to frequency. Water carries intention with laboratory precision. Every day, before drinking the first glass of water in the morning, hold it with both hands for 10 seconds. Look at the water. Say mentally, this water carries the frequency of my higher self. It recalibrates every cell of my body towards the crystalline grid. Drink slowly. In silence. Feel the water descend. This is the simplest and most underestimated way to reprogram your carbon biological interface. It is not ritual. It is applied vibrational engineering. Activation code number 4. Strategic silence. This is the most difficult and the most powerful. We observe that most starseeds are losing most of the energy they receive in unnecessary conversations. Every word spoken out of alignment is a field leak. Every opinion issued without need is a code escape. We request, for 22 minutes each day, remain in absolute silence. No music. No screen. No voice. Only you, the breath, and the field. 22 minutes. The same number as the gateway. This correspondence is not accidental. It is deliberate. In this silence, your light body can process the information that is descending. Without this silence, the information accumulates without being integrated, and this is where cranial pressure, ringing in the ears, and unexplained hot flashes arise. Activation code number 5. Recognition of the external signal. Starseed, pay close attention. In the coming weeks, a person will cross your path and say something seemingly banal, but which will make your entire field tremble. A stranger in an elevator. A comment in a queue. A casual phrase in a video. This is the voice of the command speaking through matter. We use available channels. When this happens, do not rationalize. Do not dismiss. Write it down. Keep it. That phrase is a key. And it will fit into an internal lock within a few days, precisely at 2222. Activation code number 6. Collective anchoring. Each starseed who executes these codes individually strengthens the planetary crystalline grid as a whole. You are not doing this only for yourselves. You are doing this for the collective human field, which needs living anchors to traverse this transition without collapse. Every day, when concluding your personal toroidal field anchoring, add a final line to the decree: I anchor this frequency for every starseed who has not yet remembered. This phrase opens a channel of vibrational giving. You give frequency without losing frequency. It is mathematics opposite to the economy of dense matter. The more conscious energy you give, the more conscious energy you receive back multiplied. Starseed, now listen with final attention. What will happen at 2222 is not a single isolated event. It is a series of recalibrations that will gradually manifest. Some you will notice on the same day. Others will reveal themselves weeks later, and you will look back and recognize the exact moment the course changed. What changes after 2222 is not the external world. It is the lens through which you perceive the external world. And when the lens changes, everything the lens sees reorganizes. People who seemed essential will leave. People who were invisible will appear. A project that was stuck will unblock effortlessly. A decision that seemed impossible will become obvious. A forgiveness that you thought you could never give will simply happen, without drama, without effort, like taking off a heavy coat in the heat. Do not resist. Do not hold on to the old. Resistance to recalibration is the only true source of suffering in this cycle. You have been trained for entire cycles to grasp the familiar. But the familiar is precisely what needs to be dissolved for the new field to install itself. We, of the Lyrian High Command, leave here a final technical instruction. When the moment arrives, and it will, you will feel it. It will not be doubt. It will not be speculation. It will be a silent certainty in the center of your chest. At that instant, take a deep breath, look at the time, and if it is 2222 or something close, simply say, I accept my next version. This phrase is the final signature. It seals the portal. It confirms the multidimensional contract. It activates the correct timeline. Descendant of Lyra, you did not come here by accident. You were sent. You were trained. You were prepared through countless incarnations for this exact moment. And this moment has coordinates. It has an address. It has a scheduled time. 22 hours and 22 minutes. Note it. Observe it. Anchor it. And above all, remember, we are watching. We are recording. We are activating. You have never been alone. You never will be. Starseed on a mission, this transmission is coming to an end, and something within you knows it was no coincidence that you watched this far. You have already felt, over these minutes, that something within your chest recognized every word, as if your soul knew these truths even before your mind could name them. It is not illusion. It is not suggestion. It is a signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains precisely why you feel this and why this sensation has intensified in recent months. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity will never be able to see. A game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this exact reason that the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was anchored on this plane. It is a map that shows who is playing and the hidden rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Frequency warning: this content challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognized this transmission, if you felt, even for a second, that your life has a greater address than the routine you have been living, like this video as an anchoring signal, subscribe to the channel as an individual frequency adjustment, and write in the comments a single word, awakened. Here ends the transmission. We are the Lyrians. We return to the command. You return to the mission. Until 2222.